All right, it looks like we are live. So we're going to go ahead and kick things off. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Facebook Live today. We're super excited to be chatting with Brian Wood from The Woods Online. The Woods Online is one of our newest affiliates. We're super excited to learn more about them today. So stick around. You won't want to miss our interview. If you have any questions for Brian or for us, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and we will be sure to answer those. Hi, my name is Stacy. I am the marketing director here at Wholesale Warranties. Brian, thanks so much for being here. How you doing today?
Doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're super excited to learn more about everything you've got going on. So we've got the Woods Online, you've got some owners groups, RVing Illustrated, lots to dig into. But let's start at the very beginning. How did you get into RVing?
Well, back in 1999, my wife and I had just met, and we went camping. And I took her camping in the middle of August out to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And we were staying in a tent. And we were sitting there at night, and we heard a knock on the RV door behind us, and the campsite behind us. So looked, and they were having pizza delivered. So we was like, huh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. But anyway, by the end of that trip, we decided that we wanted to get something, and I think it wasn't maybe 8 months later, we got a pop-up camper. So we started with a pop-up camper, and we had that for a number of years, and got rid of it, and did some moving around. Moved up to Massachusetts for a year, and then came back down and got here in North Carolina. And then after being here for a few years, we were again at Myrtle Beach, and we were staying in a hotel, and we had a not such great stay in a hotel there. And we were on our way back home, and we passed all these RVs, and we decided then, that was 2010, and we decided then that we need to get a camper of some sort. So we bought a travel trailer, and that's where it started back up again.
Yeah, it's tough to see those RVs when you're in a tent and they're looking pretty comfortable. So I get that journey. And did you ever consider that this would be something that, you guys did regularly, that RVing would be a part of your lifestyle, or did it just sort of kind of organically happen for you guys?
It kind of organically happened. Like I said, RVing, I never even considered it until me and my wife went camping that one time, and I didn't know really anything about it. And the more we started doing it, and then of course we missed it, that time frame that we didn't have the pop-up. And then when we bought the travel trailer, there was time that we did miss it. And so yeah, never thought we'd get into this type of thing, but it's a great thing to do.
Yeah, once you start, I think it's pretty tough to lose it.
Yeah.
So that's your RVing story. How did the Woods Online take shape?
Well, the funny thing is in 2013, we traded in that travel trailer and we bought our motorhome. And I started a year later, I started the RVing Illustrated YouTube channel. I had a website, sort of like a blog, that was going for a while. And then I started the YouTube channel. And after a number of years of doing that, matter of fact, if you go back onto the Woods Online YouTube channel, if you go back to the very beginning, you'll see it says RVing Illustrated. So after a period of time, we decided there was some other things that we wanted to do that just weren't RVing related, and we wanted to share those type of things. So we kind of changed it to the Woods Online, changed the brand of it, and then later on we brought back the RVing Illustrated to a totally different thing that we haven't really, it hasn't blossomed yet. We haven't really put a lot of time into.
Got it. So really started as documenting your trips and giving tips. What can you find if I go to the Woods Online? What am I expecting to find there?
Now you're going to find a smorgasbord of different things. You're going to find some RVing things. Most of the RVing, you're going to go back a few years, you'll see more RVing things there. The funny thing is, we come back full circle. Now we've got a tent again, so we're doing some tent camping.
Nice.
So we started to get back to doing that. You may find some outdoor cooking. You may find some indoor cooking of some sort. You may find some trips. Probably I think one of the questions you're going to ask me was what was the last time we've been RVing? or last place we went to. And I was sitting there trying to think about that. And matter of fact, I had to go back through my videos to see what that was. And it was actually a few years ago, the last actual regular RVing trip that we've taken. And that was to Michigan. And we fell in love with a little town up in northwest Michigan on Lake Michigan. And we ended up buying a house there a couple of years ago. So we got another house up there. So you'll also see that on our channel. You'll see a lot of Michigan stuff going on, and kind of a tourist type stuff, outdoors type stuff. And I do have some campgrounds that I've drove through to show those in the area. So still trying to keep it with the RV or camping related in there, but we like to showcase what, people. That's how I am. I like when I watch YouTube and I watch other channels, I like to see the places where people are at and what there is to do. And so we try to bring that to the channel as well.
Awesome. And yeah, that's kind of what RVing does, right? So RVing just on a trip to Michigan and you find a place that you want to come back to over and over again. So I think that's a natural part of the RVing story. Even if you start with just RV focused content, it brings you to so many great things. So I love that. So Woods Online, you have some other projects going on. You mentioned RVing Illustrated, and then you also have a Thor Motorhome Owners group. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, the Thor Motorhome Owners group, after we bought the motorhome, maybe it might have been a couple of years. I think the group is now about 5 years old. I was on Facebook and trying to find some other groups. I had been on some forums before, and those were just, I don't know, they were just, I didn't like the way that went. I wanted more of a community. I didn't want to just go and talk. I wanted a community. I wanted people to bond. And so I created that group, and with the idea, we have a tagline: to connect, to share, and to help. And so it's basically for all those who own motorhomes that are produced by Thor Motor Coach or the Thor Industries, because you have different, now they're buying all different companies. So we welcome them as well. They're part of the family. We don't have as many of those in there yet. I think the name of the group kind of throws them off a little bit, but I wanted to build this community, and I don't want negative things on there. There's other groups, there's other places for people, they can do that type of thing. So I just started, just doing it, and word got out little by little, and just in the last year it's really grown. It's probably at least doubled in size. We're over 11,000 members right now. So
that's amazing. Tell me your tagline again.
Connect, share, and help.
I think that's honestly a tagline for RVing in general. I think something that we love so much about being part of the RV community is it's just such a kind and helpful community. So bringing that into a space on Facebook, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want people, if they have an issue, it's not a place to come and complain about it. It's hey, I got this issue. How can I fix it? What can I do about it? And we have a great community, and those people jump right in and they help, each other. And that's the same thing as with the RVing community. If somebody's out there at an RV park or a campground and they're having an issue, especially if they're new and they don't know what's going on, they just need to look around. Somebody's watching them, because that's the pastime, is to sit around and watch other people set up or have issues. I wouldn't do it that way or anything, but but if they go and ask, and people will kindly come in and help and share and and do whatever they can to help each other. So
absolutely. And I think that's been really great we know just in the last year and a half, during the pandemic, the RVing community has just, ballooned, and there's so many new people on the road. So part of why we want to do these lives and introduce our amazing affiliates is, if you are a new RVer, check out the Woods Online, check out the Thor Motor Homeowners group. There are, in the campgrounds and online, just these amazing communities where you can find so much help, so much kindness. So don't suffer in silence. Somebody has been in that position before, had that issue before, and they're super happy to help you out. That's what we've always found.
Yep.
So have you ever met anyone from the group out in the wild on the road?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. We've met somebody up in Michigan, but I can't remember if they were from the group or if they were viewers of the YouTube channel. But recently, no, I've had requests in the past for having a meetup of some sort. Of course, that's a big undertaking, and
Sure.
I'm sure it will come one day. They might have to enlist some help with some people to do it. I'm sure that there's a lot of people in the group that, especially that are retired, that would want to take a part in that and have something like that happen. So maybe one day we'll have something.
Awesome. Well, we'll be there, so let us know.
Oh yeah.
And then what can you tell us about RVing Illustrated? What's your goal there?
The RVing Illustrated, I brought it back because I actually had I still had the page up. I had a Facebook page up, and somebody had made a comment, hey, wish you still had RVing Illustrated. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, it's a big opportunity. It's wide open because it's not just Thor Motorhomes or those who fall under that. It's everybody. It's travel trailers, campers, pop-ups, and I'm even going into it now. I'm probably going to include tiny homes. If it can be towed, it can be moved. I just haven't had the time to put the energy into that yet. Like I said, the Thor Motorhome Owners Group, we call it TMOG. I guess you see my coffee cup up here.
Nice.
Yeah, we call it TMOG for short. It's been growing, and it's the wheels are in motion on it, and I see the positiveness of it going, and joining up with Wholesale Warranties and a couple other affiliates it's been really a nice help. But anyway, RVing Illustrated, we plan to have it's just more. It's going to be everything RVing, you name it.
Perfect. Well, you have a lot of experience with a lot of different types of camping, so I'm sure whether we are finding you on Woods Online, RVing Illustrated, or the group, check it out because there's going to be some helpful information there. So you mentioned your last RV trip was a couple years ago up to Michigan.
Yeah.
Anything on the horizon, or is there just like a place you haven't been yet that you have a travel bucket list, anything like that?
Well, no. Being here, we're here in North Carolina, and our main trips have been up to like Michigan with the motorhome or down to Florida. That's basically how we've done it. We did have a trip planned out to California, as you and I were talking about earlier. We had went from the idea of taking the Jeep and taking a tent and camping along the way, and that way we went to the idea of taking the RV. That was a little bit going to be more of a struggle in the time period that we have. Driving the Jeep's going to be a lot easier than driving a 32 foot motorhome down the road, and a lot cheaper too. But now there's, eventually I'm working full time now. I have another job, and of course my wife does too. And when we can get the time and the ability, we definitely want to head out west, maybe Northwest, Colorado, see the Badlands. I mean, all Yellowstone, all these different places. We want to see all that. So
awesome. Well, a lot to look forward to there. Add San Diego to your travel bucket list. Come visit us. I can confirm it's a great place to visit. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here today, for answering all of our questions. We really appreciate getting to know you more and having you on as an affiliate. We're super excited to have you on board. While we have everybody, can you tell us, the best way to find you? What am I searching in Google? What do I type into YouTube? How do I find you?
Well, if you're going to go Google, you want to find us on the Woods Online, just the Woods Online. You can go to thewoodsonline.com. It'll go to a website. You can get to our YouTube, get to our Instagram. We're on Instagram. If you're looking for the Thor Motorhomes Owner Group, you can go to thormotorhomeownersgroup.com. It will go to our Facebook page, and that's where the community is at. We do have an Instagram as well, so you can search for it there. If you want to go we do have a YouTube channel for it. There's not a whole bunch on there right now. I was kind of showcasing some Thor motorhomes that, when I first started with it. So there's a few videos there, but they can go to thormotorhomeowners.com, and that will take you right to the YouTube channel. Of course, the Woods Online YouTube channel, you can go to youtube.com/the Woods Online. We're there. And it's basically the same with RVing Illustrated. You can find us there and find us on Instagram as well. So
Awesome. Well, a ton of ways to find you, and we recommend go there now. We'll drop some links in the comments as well, make it easy. And if you have any questions, maybe you're watching this on a replay, we will be happy to answer them. I'm sure Brian would be happy to answer them as well. So be sure to leave those in the comments. And Brian, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see everybody next time.
Thank you, Stacey.
Thank you.